This GoFundMe campaign is more aptly called a GoFund Us campaign. I am Dr. Yvette, educator, consultant, and founder of Paths Advocacy Group. Our kids are becoming young adults who don't understand things that we tend to take for granted. We assume they are knowledgeable, we assume it's common sense, that they are aware of what's going on in the world. They hear bits and pieces, they're putting it together, but not in its entirety. And when I have conversations with our high school kids, they are not aware of many things we think they're getting on a daily basis. We assume they are discussing current events and the Dow Jones at their kitchen tables over dinner. We assume they are discussing future plans and a little politics with their friends, that they are thinking critically. On a large scale, this is not the case. Homelessness is a distraction for many. The pending loss of foster care eligibility looms over the heads of some of our students. Sadly, we are not developing a generation of kids who understand the difference between reality and what they see on their computer screens and smartphones. Tragically, the day before Thanksgiving, a young male who had just reached adulthood suffered an accident while on the job. He lost his life, not because of the accident, but because the bystanders were so eager to be the first to record the tragedy that they did not put their phones down to help save his life. When the paramedics arrived, they determined that the weight of the truck on the victim's body is not what killed him. The lone Good Samaritan was unable to keep the rushing piles of sand from suffocating him. He needed the help of others. The onlookers, amateur journalists, missed an opportunity to lend a hand and save a life. Some of you are familiar with Ray Bradbury's novel, Fahrenheit 451. In one of the newer editions commemorating 50 years in publication, Bradbury is interviewed. When asked, "Is the social element in the book the most prescient?" he responds, "Not for a moment. The main problem is education, not politics. The teachers of our country have to be taught to start teaching reading and writing in kindergarten, first grade. By the time children go to the second grade, they should know how to read and write completely, as was the case in other generations. The government has nothing to do with that. The educational system needs to be corrected." He said that then, that is the case now. Paths Advocacy Group educates our young people in unprecedented ways. We are doing everything in our power to achieve that goal, from creating films that educate, inform, and enlighten, to bringing our talented young people together to participate and grow in those activities, to sending positive messages and modeling behaviors we want our young people to emulate. We offer workshops and trainings for teachers and for parents. The American Psychiatric Association publishes and updates a DSM, which stands for Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. The DSM has now added smartphone addiction, also referred to as tech addiction, to a growing list of conditions that would have been dismissed 10 to 20 years ago. Internet gaming disorder is a subcategory of Internet addiction disorder, or IAD. The school setting has sadly become a breeding ground to further exacerbate the behaviors and habits that contribute to these disturbing diagnoses. Just today, a new condition was added, self-itis, the onset of wrist pain due to taking selfies. At Paths, we deal with all these things. We address the needs of the whole student. But in order to do that effectively and to reach more and more people, we need your help. So I thank you now for partnering with Paths Advocacy Group. It is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so your contribution is 100% tax deductible. Our home base is in the state of Florida, and with your help, we will extend our reach to young people, parents, and educators in other parts of the country where the need is great. The giving will never cease. Thank you.